All right, man. Jalen Ramsey responds to Amon-Ra St. Brown on this podcast with his brother trying to recruit him to the Detroit Lions. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. And basically I put on the screen, Jalen Ramsey said that he had much love for Jared Goff because Amon-Ra Brown said, we got Jared Goff, I know you played with Jared and, be a good fit for you. He said, much love to Jared Goff. He tried his hardest to get us in the playoffs by beating Seattle last year. And they was calling that the worst officiated game in the NFL season. And he said he won't comment any further on his future. Now, at the end of the day, he the one that started the kind of started the hoopla about his future, kind of basically like insinuating on social media, Twitter to be exact, that he was done in LA, they was going to form him, they was going to move on. Now, his contract stipulates, I think he got one more year, some really good guaranteed money, and then after next season, there's a potential out. So for them to, possibly straight up release him, I think it'll be a benefit to him, because he'll be able to, pick where he want to go to. But like I said before, Michael Parsons chimed in. We talked about it, how he said nobody want to go from LA to Detroit. And, that's cool. I can't even knock that. I spoke on how I felt about it. I think Detroit get a bad rap. But I just think it's too much emphasis on where guys are, where they playing at. You know what I'm saying? Like in the offseason, you got all offseason to do your thing, but, it is what it is. If I had the opportunity to wake up and it's sunny and it's warm and shit, hey, that's what I'm going to do before I deal with some cold. So, but at the end of the day, it depends on what he wants. I'm pretty sure being a guy approaching his 30s, he want to be in a situation where he's going to probably get as much money as he can. He already won a Super Bowl, so I think he want to be a winner too. That's what I think. I think he really care about winning. I think he really care about winning. So I think it'll factor into that, and teams trying to clear money. Obviously, it's easier for a lot of teams to go ahead and trade and see where they at financially and trade contracts if that's what they want back. But I do really think LA probably want money back. I mean, they want draft capital back before they want any type of money back. So I think they want draft capital. I don't think they want contracts back. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, you stay hush, because you never know. Detroit might be your only opportunity on the free agent market or via trade, and you distance it, then it's going to be hard to make amends with fans. Once fans, turn on you, fans is like family. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, I give you like a little life lesson real quick. This is what you learn as you go on. Like, once you tell your family about your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, right, and you complain or tell them what y'all been going through, your family not going to be so easy to forgive that person. They not going to forgive them in general. And even though you forgive them, y'all make up, your family gonna always have something against them. No matter what it was, they always gonna have something against them. So you gotta understand. It's the same thing with fans. Now the difference is, you can physically make up with the fans by winning games and making plays, and fans will forget. You know what I'm saying? And with family, it's harder to forget. You probably got to break some bread with the family, do some things for the family, but they don't never really forget. And that's the crazy thing about it. They don't never truly forget. So remember that. So you don't never know where you can be at in life. Trust me, you don't never know where you could be at in life, bro. That's why I don't try to cross nobody. If I, unless you earned it at this point in my life, I always been like, I don't never try to cross you. So, I mean, you had to go to the cleaners. But yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But when you talk about people forgiving, this is just family things is just totally different. And I kind of make that analogy because fans the same way. But as soon as you do something for some people, they'll forget. But as soon as you make another mistake, they ain't gonna let you live that down. So that's why you don't try to alienate people. That's why you don't try to cry. Now some people just gonna push the envelope, beyond repair. If it's robbing you, if it's disrespect, some people you just gonna have to do that. You gonna have to check their ass. And what's funny, when you finally check somebody, a lot of people end up respecting you more for checking them. Real talk. But for Ramsey, I mean, we'll see his options. James Bradbury. There'll be some guys that get released. There'll be some guys that teams got to shed some cap. Be some guys that teams that get under the cap and they gonna need to make a trade. They get under the cap and they want to get some more cap and make a trade. There'll be guys available. Greedy Williams, James Bradbury. What's the other kid? Anthony Brown. He got injured though. And the funny thing about it for me, with the emergence of Kyrie Joseph, do that make you move Melifonwu back to corner, where you go Melifonwu, Jerry Jacobs, Jeff Okudah, Chase Lucas, and you probably want to add a veteran corner? I just think you don't need another young corner unless you truly moving on from Jeff Okudah eventually. So to me, it's gonna be interesting. I like Jeff. What he did last year, the head injury kind of threw him off, and then him not playing a full 12, double-digit games since college. I like what Jeff Okudah did. One trait that Jeff Okudah showed us that he had was resiliency, and that's one thing you want in the corner. Somebody who gonna be resilient. Some people who gonna be able to, take the nicks, the bumps, the bruises, and still keep going. And he had a lot of confidence. A lot of people would have wavered. A lot of guys would have just quit and would have gave up and would have said, well, I switched to safety. And he believed. So we'll see. But shout out to Jalen Ramsey. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, more videos like this. Peace.